How's it going? Got a new member of the family here, Rex. Rex has joined us. And we still got the moose. There's the moose. These guys, they think they're going, who else's dogs like going for a car ride, even if it's just around the yard? We're just doing work around the house because the truck's down, of course. So I was quoted, they said they can't get me in for 2 weeks. And then it's about a week to get her fixed. To get the engine redone there, so. So all we're doing is projects around the Ponderosa. And I don't mind doing, weekend projects around the Ponderosa. But when it turns into 3 weeks of projects around the Ponderosa, it gets a little bit much. No, I'm just kidding. We're doing fun stuff. I'll show you a couple of things what we're doing here. These dogs, hey, it's just hilarious. As soon as you get the truck out, they just want to go. So we just pop them in the back, and they don't know any better. We're driving around, they don't know no better. They're having fun. Alright, let's take a look at what we're doing. Blue sky and the leaves are yellow and leaving way too fast. Way too fast. We got another guy in the truck here. You don't want to come out? Revy, short for Revelstoke. Stoker, you don't want to come out? No, he loves the truck. Loves sitting in here. Built a little platform in here so we can have 4 dogs comfortably traveling. Anyway, here's what we got. We built a little thing here because we got this water well that was just sticking out here. So here's the well in here. I don't know if you can see it. So for the longest time we just had this sticking out of the ground all by itself. Yeah, that's better. So just put all this together just to cover this so it's not just this ugly white thing sticking out of the ground. And yeah, father-in-law had an old pump, and we're just gonna put some flowers and some fancy stuff in there. So right now I'm just, father-in-law built a new handle for it, and he built all new brackets for it. I like the rusty look. We haven't quite decided if we're gonna paint it or not, but I like the rusty look. I mean, just look at my pickup truck. Oy, oy, oy. Anyway, that's another story. So then, yeah, that'll look good, I think, and cover that up. Then if we ever need to get at it, we just lift all this up out of the way and you can work on that pump, no problem. So, or the well. Okay, that's one of them. There's about 45,000 others that we're doing here today, so carry on. Beautiful sky again. One thing we do here is we try to keep some water for watering gardens and stuff. So we got these cubes. So during the summer we got a pipe running from our eaves troughs down into the cube, and then we water everything with this cube. So, but come winter, we basically winterize the cubes, open them up, let them drain. And we don't fill them up in the wintertime. We don't want to crack them and all that. So we got to put another eaves trough, our old one here, down, and it goes through a hole under the concrete and out into the grass. So we'll do that for winter, but for some reason I keep losing that little piece that goes down there. I don't know. Anyway, so we've managed to cut ourselves a piece here, but now I just got to clean it up. And you know what you do, it's all about safety around here. So when you're doing that, I'll just show you a little trick of the trade here when you're doing this at home and you don't have the proper PPE. Now when you're doing this stuff and you're out in the beautiful sunshine that's soon to be winter and cold and all that, you definitely want to be careful because you don't want to have an injury. And when you're forced to have days off because your truck is in the shop for 3 weeks to a month, you want to be able to do more projects. No, No, wrong one. You want to be able to go back to work when it's time to go back to work. So what we're going to do is here, we got some sharp edges here because we cut this off with this here grinder. You want to make sure that we're going to grind these off, but the way to do it when you don't have any PPE, any special glasses or anything, you do what's called the safety squints. And make sure you keep your mouth closed too. You don't want to get anything in there and start chewing on that with your raisin toast, know what I mean? Let me demonstrate. You get this here piece and this here piece, and you look at it nice and close, and then you get this here piece, and then you get your eyes just barely open there, and that's called a safety squint. So let's see how this works. Just like that. No harm, no foul. Young fellers and fellettes, just make sure you don't do that in front of your mom, because she will have a conniption, as they say. Well, let's throw this on here, see how it looks. Boop, boop, boop. Just like that. She looks good. All that water's going to go down in there and come underneath and flood our yard, which is great. Well, the weather took a turn for the worse. Starting to get a little windy in here. Cold. I'm surprised how warm it is. We're supposed to get to -1 degree Celsius today sometime. We got a new toy here. Father-in-law found this in his back 40. Well, he knew he had it. We were looking for something that can mow under the trees, so you can drive under and get under the trees a little easier. So we're going to give this a try there next season. So that's kind of cool. 1997. 5013. But it comes with a PTO on the front and a PTO on the back, believe it or not. It's just crazy. 4-wheel turn. 4x4. With a diff lock. Got the back. 3-point hitch. All sorts of fun stuff. Do you think I can find any attachments? No. Nope. So we might have to use the Barking Cricket again this year with the blade on her, because old tank here has to spend a bunch of money on an engine. So see, that's the problem. You get in here, and when you have time off and you got too much time on your hands, all you end up doing is moving stuff to move stuff, you know. A lot tidier than it was, but you're just moving stuff to move stuff. We got boxes and bags of cans, and we hoard those up here in Canada. Maybe a lot of people don't know, but we take those back and get money for them, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, we're gonna keep plugging away at stuff. I don't know what we're doing next. It's starting to get cold, so tomorrow we might be shoveling. I don't know. Stay tuned. It's exciting stuff. So thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with me. Keep positive thoughts in your head for getting into the shop and getting this thing fixed. And I called them there yesterday, and they're still looking at about a week out before we can get me into the shop. And then he gets 2 guys on it. It takes about a week to do an in-frame, if they don't have to pull it out because they found something else super wrong. So I'm going to stop talking about it, because it just kind of gets depressing sometimes, thinking about what it could be and what it couldn't be. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode, and we'll see you on the flip side. Bye for now. Alright, let's close this up here. Close here. The weed out. Here comes the wind. Oh boy. Come on. What in the world? Well, Maggie, should we go in and have a bag of Oreo cookies or something? Let's do that. Drain the tank. No more use for it, so drain her out. Another job done. Amazing what an afternoon will bring. Oh, we're into her now.